All right, let's get right into it. We hear about crises all the time: the climate crisis, the economic crisis, the mental health crisis. But what if they aren't actually separate problems? Today, we're going to unpack this idea that we're really facing a single, much deeper challenge and take a look at a framework designed to help us build a truly regenerative future. So it feels like every day we're just bombarded with these headlines, right? Climate, biodiversity, governance, mental health. It's a lot. And the source material we're digging into today is really clear. While all these labels are accurate, they're only telling part of the story. They're basically just naming the symptoms, not the actual disease. And this gets right to the heart of it. The core idea here is that the real problem isn't any single issue, but a crisis of relationship. It's a fundamental breakdown in how we connect, with nature, with our own institutions, and honestly, with each other. We've kind of lost our ability to work together in a way that actually creates healthy, positive change.
But what does a crisis of relationship actually look like on the ground? Let's dig into that because, you can't really find a cure until you fully understand the diagnosis.
Okay, this slide defines the problem as a loss of healthy coherence. And I love this way of thinking about it. It's like an orchestra where every single musician is playing a completely different song. All the talent and all the instruments are there, but without that shared music sheet, without trust and a shared purpose, all you get is noise. And that, right there, is a perfect picture of our world right now. And this is absolutely crucial. We have brilliant scientists, we have incredible technologies, and there are countless organizations out there doing amazing work. The problem isn't a shortage of ideas. The real bottleneck is our inability to connect all those dots, to align them, and to orchestrate them into something coherent. We're missing the connective tissue. So to really get how we lost this coherence, we need to look at the operating system our civilization has been running on for centuries. It's time to take a hard look at the old extractive paradigm. Think about it. Our entire global civilization, our economy, our institutions, pretty much our whole way of life, was built on one single powerful assumption: that the Earth's resources were infinite. We thought we could just take whatever we wanted and the planet would just, absorb the damage. And boy, are we living with the consequences of that flawed thinking now. And this slide really breaks down the habits that grew from that assumption. We ended up with a world of zero-sum competition, where for one person to win, another has to lose. We have institutions working in their own little bubbles, completely siloed off, and success, it's almost always measured by short-term financial gain. These are the deep-seated reflexes we now have to unlearn. Okay, so that's the problem, and yeah, it's a big one, but the diagnosis also points us toward the solution. It's time to shift from extraction to symbiosis, from taking to actually regenerating. Just take a second to look at this image. This is the vision right here. It's not about giving up on progress. It's about consciously redesigning our human systems to work like a healthy ecosystem, interconnected, resilient, and ultimately life-affirming. The term for this shift is reharmonization, and it represents this fundamental change in our posture towards the world, moving from domination to partnership, from control to conscious stewardship, and learning to work with the planet's circular, life-sustaining processes instead of against them. This slide just lays it out, plain and simple. The old way: domination, linear growth, and control. The new way: partnership, circular processes, and conscious stewardship. It's a huge shift from that take-make-waste model to one where nothing is ever truly wasted. And this right here is the game changer. For decades, the whole conversation has been about sustainability, about doing less bad. Regeneration asks a completely different question. It asks, how can we, as humans, actively heal ecosystems, strengthen our communities, and make the entire system healthier and more vibrant? This all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do we build that relational capacity we're missing? Well, this is where a project called Phoenix comes into the picture. It's being designed to be the very infrastructure for this new regenerative paradigm. So it's really important to get this. Phoenix isn't some top-down tech product being pushed on people. It's being designed as a collaborative commons, a shared resource that's co-created with communities all over the world. Its entire purpose is to enable that kind of large-scale regenerative coordination we so desperately need. And crucially, Phoenix isn't trying to reinvent the wheel or replace all the amazing work that's already happening out there. You should think of it more like connective scaffolding.
It's the framework that helps align all these separate efforts, helping them see each other, work together, and create a kind of synergy they just couldn't reach on their own. So the platform is designed to guide groups along this sort of evolutionary path. The journey starts with simple coherence, just getting everyone on the same page. From there, it helps build deeper trust and relational health. But the ultimate goal is that third stage, synergistic collaboration, where the group's collective intelligence becomes something truly greater than the sum of its parts. So, how does Phoenix actually pull this off? Well, at its very core is a component called the synergy engine. The synergy engine is described as an alignment intelligence layer, which is a fascinating idea. Its purpose is to help all these diverse groups find common ground and work together effectively, without forcing them into some rigid one-size-fits-all model. It's designed to respect local wisdom while still enabling global coordination. And here's what that looks like in the real world. We're talking about smart matchmaking, connecting a group that needs funding with a funder who really gets their mission. It's about spotting where maybe 5 different groups are accidentally working on the exact same problem and helping them combine forces. It's about accelerating learning and getting resources to where they can have the biggest regenerative impact. So we've gone from the root of the crisis to a new paradigm and even to the tools being built to support it. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important part, the choice that's right in front of all of us. At the end of the day, this is a call to action. It's a call to move away from a world defined by extraction and competition and to consciously choose one built on mutual support and the collective elevation of all life. It's a shift from an unconscious path toward collapse to a conscious path of stewardship. And this invitation is really for everyone, not just experts or technologists. It's a call to contribute your unique knowledge, to support local regenerative projects in your own community, to help design fairer systems, and to participate in building a new collaborative infrastructure that truly serves life. Ultimately, this brings the challenge right back to each one of us. Building a new world means we have to be willing to let go of some of our old ways of thinking. So the final question is really for you. What old belief are you willing to change to help create a regenerative future?